Hi there, everyone. This is Darkside2K7, aka Star Sky Chaser. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Well, Colin Kaepernick. Remember when I talked about Simone Biles, how you endorsed her to get the Athlete of the Year, and I said that, oh, I got something for you. I'm gonna be talking about you. Well, I didn't forget. You thought I forgot, but no, you didn't. But no, I didn't. So not only am I going after you, I'm also going after LeBron and China because this is perfect. And it's also not only am I calling you out on this. Bob Costas is ripping you guys, ripping three of you motherfuckers. Yes, Bob Costas, the legendary Hall of Fame sports broadcaster, has managed to call out both LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and everyone else who's dealing with fucking China. And this is no surprise too. This is also coming after the fact that the United States is doing a diplomatic boycott with a boycott of the Winter Olympics that's being held in China, where China managed to come out and say that the U.S. will pay the price for it, which is like fuck out of here with that bullshit. I digress. Let me read this. Bob Costas rips LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and China. This is by Bobby Burrock from Outkick. Shout out to him. Love his work. The Biden administration announced on Monday that the United States will stage a diplomatic boycott of the upcoming Beijing Winter Olympics in protest of China's civil rights abuses. On CNN Tuesday, Michael Skurmas called the effort, which does not extend to Team USA athletes, half-assed. Commissioners is correct. The boycott is meaningless. However, former Olympic broadcaster Bob Costas said he believes the NBA players will see the symbolic boycott as a threat of their relationship with China. The NBA is up to its neck in China, Costas said. China is a huge sports market. Basketball is especially popular there. But they will put up with not even the slightest of criticism. Back a couple of years ago, with Daryl Morey, then the GM of the Houston Rockets, tweeted Stanley Hall called Rockets games were suddenly off the air for an extended period in China. And the Rockets are one of the most popular teams there because Yao Ming was the first big Chinese star in the NBA. More recently, Enes Kanter, who grew up in Turkey, spoke out against China, saying things. Celtic games are gone. I guarantee you that the feed of this conversation on CNN is gone. Olympic broadcaster alludes on the Olympics. What is with the IOC and the affinity for authoritarian nations? He and Michael Kapernick then called out the NBA for being in bed with China. Costas then turned his focus on Colin Kaepernick and LeBron James. By the way, a lot of Nike goods that benefited the likes of Colin Kaepernick and LeBron James is made in China. If those outspoken individuals, and in many cases, I think millions of Americans would agree that with their persistence on domestic issues, but they are conspicuously among when it comes to China. And no matter what the issues are here, if there are serious issues, they pair alongside what's going on there. He's right. Because it's funny how Colin Kaepernick and LeBron James want to talk about human rights and all this other bullshit here, but yet they're fucking quiet about the human rights atrocities that's happening in China. Costas is one of the first and last sportscasters to speak out against China in 1996. In China, in 1996, Costas, while hosting the event in NBC, said China was the one nation that had the means and the motivation to replicate what the old Soviet bloc and the Eastern Bloc did with their sports machines. Costas said there was then an effort orchestrated by Beijing to have him fired. Credit to Costas and Skurmers for speaking out on this topic. No one at ESPN, CBS, The Ringer, Bleacher Report, or NBC News will cover LeBron James, China, or Colin Kaepernick honestly. So the cable news industry has to do it. And surprisingly, CNN is doing so right now. I mean, heck, this ain't nothing new, man. It's like people are just calling out the fucking bullshit that's what happened here. And because I feel like really generous, and it is the day of giving and whatnot, I feel like, yes, I think it's time I give you another gift. A gift from me to you. This one is also from Bobby Burke. CNN's Jake Tapper blasts NBA, Hollywood, and Wall Street over the relationship with China. This was 4 days ago, but I think this is very important, so I'll read this. On Sunday, a television host publicly dunked on the NBA, Hollywood, and Wall Street all in one sitting. And he did so because each industry continues to lick China's boots despite its restriction on human rights. Most surprising of all, this host works at CNN. Jake Tapper credited the Women's Tennis Association, the WTA for short, for terminating the events it had scheduled in China when concerns surfaced that tennis player Peng Shuai was being suppressed by the CCP. Like Ted Cruz says, the Women's Tennis Association had bigger balls than the NBA. Tapper seems to agree. I mean, yeah, the Women's Tennis Association have bigger balls than the NBA. They got big cojones and whatnot. Tapper seems to agree, of course, saying, yes, the Olympics are supposed to be free and without politics, but this is not about politics. The allegations against the Chinese government go far beyond its treatment for Shuai. Of course, Apple and Nike publicly came to decry slave labor, but to be clear, the behavior we are seeing from the U.S. corporations is not about a company surviving. It's about discontent with just hundreds and millions of dollars, desire instead of billions of dollars. Yep. The millionaires and billionaires of Hollywood and the NBA and the IOC and Wall Street are also eager for Chinese cash. They're pretending none of this is happening. There is no amount of money that can buy enough soap to wash that blood off their hands. Credit to Tapper. So few pundits in his position have had the self-confidence to blast China and the NBA, and doing so will likely lead at least one player to label him a racist. Tapper works for CNN, but he has a spine and credibility. Objectively, Tapper should take over Chris Cuomo in prime time. Yeah. When it comes to like what he said, when it comes to China, riches create blunders. In fact, let's listen to what he has to say, shall we?
Disappeared like the consciences of the millionaires and billionaires in Hollywood and the NBA and the IOC and Wall Street were all so eager for Chinese cash. They are pretending none of this is happening. There is no amount of money that can buy enough soap to wash that blood off their hands.
Boom, bitch! Yep. So this ain't nothing new, and surprisingly, this is CNN of all time. I mean, I give CNN fucking grief about all this other bullshit, but the fact that they're coming out and calling out China and the NBA, calling out NBA, Colin Kaepernick, LeBron James, Hollywood, and Wall Street over China, that's saying something. Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, once they got rid of the mean old orange man and their ratings are taking a nosedive, they have to find something. They have to act like real fucking journalists. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but we'll see how long that. We're gonna see how long that will last. Definitely, we'll see how long that will last. But anywho, that's all I have for you today. I just want to put this out there. The links to these articles will be in the description below. But as always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another update. Share with friends, share with neighbors, share with civic others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is DarkSide2K7, aka Costas, signing off. Catch y'all later. Peace. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck Wall Street. Fuck LeBron James. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. Fuck the NBA. And fuck Nike for all you guys in bed with China. And also, fuck the CCP for all the human rights atrocities that you guys are doing. Fuck all y'all. And fuck the guy. And fuck those people who and fuck those people and corporations I said who knew what's going on over there And instead of using their platform to actually say something, they kept quiet and get that money. Like Jake Tapper said. Like Jake Tapper fucking says, there is no amount of money that can buy enough soap to wash the blood off their hands. Fuck all of them.